Hey guys, today we're going to learn about the externals of an AKM GBBR. The AKM is the updated version of the venerable AK-47. The AK-47 uses a milled receiver, whereas the AKM uses a stamped steel receiver. Unfortunately, on this TM AKM, it doesn't use stamped steel. First, we have the stock. The stock is the rear end portion of the GBBR, where you hold against your shoulder in order to control the recoil. Next, we have the grip. The grip is held with your trigger hand in order to stabilize and fire the GBBR. Some grips have finger grooves or thumb pockets for more ergonomic grips. Next is the receiver. The receiver houses the bolt, recoil spring, trigger, and is where the magazine goes into. Here's the magazine release lever. Activate the lever in order to remove the magazine. Here's the handguard. The handguard protects your hand from the barrel and allows you to attach flashlights, lasers, and grips. Here is the trigger guard. The trigger guard protects from accidental discharge. On the other side, we have the flash hider. The flash hider is a 14mm counterclockwise thread in order to attach suppressors or tracers. Here's the magazine. The magazine contains the BBs and the propellant in order to fire the GBBR. Here's the trigger. Pull the trigger in order to fire the GBBR. Here's the charging handle. The charging handle is used to chamber a round into the GBBR and needs to be held open in order to check for BBs in the chamber. Here's the selector switch. The selector switch is used to change the fire mode from safe, which is at the top, auto, which is in the middle, and semi, which is on the bottom. Along the top, we have the front sight. You put the front sight on the target. We have the rear sight. You put the rear sight around the front sight in order to align the sight picture. The rear sight is adjustable and is marked 1 to 10 for the ranges. Here's the dust cover. The dust cover covers the receiver in order to prevent dust and moisture from going into the receiver. This is the dust cover release button. Press this button in order to release the dust cover from the receiver. Onto the magazine, we have the valve blocker, which is what's responsible for the hammer drop function when the mag runs out of gas. Here we have the output valve. When this is struck, the magazine releases gas to propel the BB and cycle the GBBR. Here's the gas router. This is where the gas is released. Here is the feed lip. The feed lip holds the BB and is where the BB is picked up by the nozzle as the GBBR cycles. And we have the follower. The follower is where the BB rests in order to be pushed up by the magazine spring. Lastly, on the bottom of the magazine, we have the inlet valve. This is where the gas goes into the mag. Here is the base plate screw, which is what holds the base plate onto the magazine. And the base plate. The base plate is a cover for the bottom of the magazine as it has cutouts for the inlet valve and base plate screws. Just to summarize, we have the stock, grip, receiver, magazine release lever, handguard, and trigger guard. On the other side, we have the flash hider, magazine, trigger, charging handle, selector switch. Along the top, we have the front sight, rear sight, dust cover, and the dust cover release button. On the top of the magazine, we have the valve blocker, output valve, gas router, feed lip, and follower. And lastly, on the bottom of the mag, we have the inlet valve, base plate screws, and the base plate. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.